Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. Alright, so we got a problem with this Super XL. I was just finishing it up for a customer, and I realized, or remembered, that we had a loose bar stud. So I attempted to tighten it. Now, this is what the factory tool looks like. Please don't ask me where to buy this. It's not made anymore. You might find one on eBay if you look long enough. That's the only place you're likely to find it. But you can make one. If you were to take a socket or a piece of tubing, get an insert, you could make one of these, which I had some crude ones in the past. I now have a factory tool. It was in a parts lot that I bought out. So, there's an A-70370 oversized bar stud insert available. Okay, I've got these in stock on my website. In order to install them, you've got to get the old one out, which usually isn't a huge problem. You know, this one is wallered beyond belief. But what you need for a successful installation is a bottoming tab, which I dug out. Oh yeah, dummy. It was put in the drill. It's a 5/8. And I had to read this. 18. So I thought 5/8, 18. Bottoming tab. See how it's flat on the bottom? That's what makes it a bottoming tab. And you've got to cut a new set of threads in there. Now you can see at the very back, there's a relief for the bar stud to sit in so that it doesn't spin. You don't want to damage that. You don't want to try and go past that point. So let's cut some threads. Okay. You saw it stop and spin in the drill, and you also saw how slow I was going with that. That was on purpose, because I don't want to damage anything any worse than it already is. Let me blow this out and I'll show you what we got. Looks a hell of a lot better, doesn't it? So in theory, it's ought to thread in nice and easy, and it is. I just want to make sure that it's going to sit flat before we get too carried away here. Okay, now see, something's hanging up, and I don't have an idea what. Deep enough? Oh, some old epoxy and okay, that is a bunch of old Loctite red, which I don't disagree with, but I couldn't see or didn't see that it was in there, so it stopped this thing. So let's take another cutting pass at it. Hopefully that's deep enough this time. That looks quite a little bit better. Again, I'm taking a few extra minutes to check this stuff before I get it all gooped up with Loctite. That's going to cinch down nice and tight right in there. Alright. So that's the hard part. Not effing it up. So again, if you had to do what I did, which was, take a second pass, don't just use your drill again. Hand thread it. Get it started. See, it should go easy like that. You don't want to cross thread your new threads, or you're going to be out of threads, because there's no step above this step. So, slip this over. I'm going to wire brush this stud real quick. And I'm going to put just a dab of oil. I don't want that insert trying to bind on this if I can avoid it. There we go. I don't want oil on the threads of the insert, but I don't want the insert binding. So now I'm going to do exactly what the last guy did. We're going to say that this one's going to work. Stuff comes out quick. It's probably a little more than I needed, but if it comes out again, if it tears the threads out again, this drive case is done. And I'll be taking the saw down to replace. Okay, I can feel that that's the spot, and that wants to index. And whatever method you're using of installing this, twist it in. And half your Loctite's going to be visible out here. Oh! Okay. Try and get a little more off of that. Ah! There we go. It's not quite 100% flush. It is so ever close, though. That is as good as she gets. That should work. Do I have... Oh, come on, you. Yeah. Yep. That'll work. That'll work just fine. So, that is how you install an oversized insert into one of these things. Again, it's a one and done. If that one comes out, it's going to take those threads. There's already a crack back here that was there. It's going to hold. As long as a person's not rough with this, it will hold. Sometimes after this, I can't tell if that... Yeah. This will need to... I'm going to have to file a little on the drive case. That's not uncommon for this to sit just a little bit different than it did, and probably there was still some old crusty Loctite back there that has it cocked at just a tiny bit of an angle. But anyway, that's how it goes.